GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. Action, Dabatola, Toki in the zone. Breaking down the latest, straight to your phone. From Web 2 shifts to Web the waves. News, deep dives, hot takes for days. Tech's evolving, the world's in spin. Markets move, let's lock it in. Genzio's here, no time to snooze. Tune in now, get the news. GM. Wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show.
What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? I really miss saying that.
Yes. Well, no. Well, now you're live on YouTube, so you can say that.
We got over a dozen people over there already. So Blue's over there. I'm waiting for Nacho to show up and bring the snacks.
Man, I'd love to see Nacho showing up. It's been a minute. I know he lurks. Toki's like, who's that? He's been lurking for a while. That's why.
Nacho, Taco. We got burrito.
No.
That different?
You know Taco, but I don't think you know Nacho. Anyways, GM, everyone.
Cool, man. A Taco and Nacho duo. I think that would go really well.
I would watch that at Karate Combat or a slap fight.
I'm jumping in right now to a comment in chat from Blue that no mining disrupting. Like, I feel the entire mining community is probably very sad that Action isn't there, because he is by far probably the most integrated in all the communities with mining and nodes. Are you getting FOMO? Did you hear anything? I've seen some photos, Andy, a few others who have posted.
I'm texting some people right now trying to get them to jump on real quick and maybe show us what's going on.
Oh, that would be
awesome.
Sick. Yeah, I saw a handful of people there, and when I went a couple years ago, it was a lot of fun. So I'm sure the more photos I see, the more FOMO I'm going to get over that.
I do know that one of our good friends, Miggy, is there as well. I watched him fly out on Monday. Yeah.
You stream bombed him, Action, I believe, at ETH Denver. Mid stream, I forget. I think Chauncey, a few other people were there, and Action just strolls by and looks at everyone and just keeps walking, like right through on set. It's like, but that's Action.
That is Action.
The guy running the booth was looking at me like, "What are you doing?"
And no one who was sitting, who was on stream, said anything or whatever. They just sort of smiled, and everyone out in production was confused. I already see some of the comments already going towards Bitboy, so I know that's a hot topic. We'll get to.
Wait, Bitboy goes to jail. Did that really happen? That news and more coming to you.
Oh, okay. It's just like open up Twitter, and that's what it is. It's
only like a 30-year timeline.
Yeah, realistically, it was from pretty much last night to when I woke up. It's settled down a little bit now, but
that is true.
That's going to be interesting to see. I mean, look, was this like unexpected? Just being realistic. I mean, look, when we were in Denver, Action, you had a crazy long interview, I don't know, therapy session or whatever you want to kind of call it.
Wait, was
it was
I won't say that. Let's make sure the algorithm still likes us.
no,
Might have been happening.
No, I don't.
No,
think.
The interview.
I don't think he was on that during the interview.
No, it just happened. Like, what happened was I interviewed him. That's all.
Yeah. No, you interviewed him at Eat Denver / like I said, possibly therapy session because it was pretty intense. You could watch it obviously on your YouTube and online. It was posted, but
he even
with
offered
all that
medication.
With that going on with him, he was saying how there was issues back, with the courts and other stuff. And then just days ago, there was something retweeted that there was warrants issued. So this wasn't, I don't think, unexpected, but it was in the sense that like people know what's going on, but it's not like keeping up with it. Like it's the main thing. And then all of a sudden mugshot and everyone goes crazy. So the hardest part about what I saw there was no bail or no bond, and Action's got no mic.
He's really good at like being part of the news. Let's go ahead and set up some this one right here. We're gonna put everybody. You're highlighted. I got to get this thing shared. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
You said I'm highlighted.
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, you had a little star thing in your face, but okay. Like this is Bitboy's first night in jail.
Do I have your attention now? Do I have it?
I mean, he obviously does now that the timeline is all about him. So it worked. I guess you can say it worked.
I mean, look, there's a lot of people like kind of chuckling or this, at whatever. But if you think about the last, say, just 2 years from where he was and what was going on, it's like, I saw some tweet. It wasn't even like self-destruction. It was like self-demolition. Like somebody used some other word. It was like, it sucks. It's sad. There's a lot of people who came into the space watching him. Despite what you think along the ways, if things he's done is scammy or not, I'm sure. Well, I was going to say that's debatable. There's some things that are definitely not debatable, but they brought a lot of people in. There's still thousands upon people who engage with him. He's got tons of followers, even after creating these new accounts. Obviously some people like drama, but it's, I feel there's a part of me that feels bad and hopes that some good out of him getting locked up comes about, whether it's, gets the help he needs. And then I like to see, what's that called?
A redemption story?
Second chance, a redemption story. It'd be nice to see like 2 years from now, he's like, hey, back in. 2 years
from now, he comes back. Everybody's looking around. It's like, what happened, man? Did you buy Bitcoin? Is that why you look like this now?
Dude, I saw they used the mugshot and then that photo of
Did they?
before and after.
Oh, that's awesome.
Buying Bitcoin or something.
All right, so here people are asking what happened. Ben has been very vocal about what's been going on, and all of the I don't want to call them truths or his truths because I don't think that's a real thing. His theories, he was very public about them as well as vocal about them. And when I say vocal, he was 100% emailing a bunch of judges in the Georgia district court that he was dealing with stuff, and basically they are locking him up for harassment, failure to show up. So if you see the little piece, I don't know if I have it out about Ben, but essentially you see, let me see, everybody posted it, so I'm sure I can find one here. Here's one. Share this tab instead and I'll show you what it looks like. There you go. So fugitive, no bond. Basically, he is in a different state. This is for Georgia, but he was picked up in Florida. And it really happened because he was being a douche bag at a restaurant and causing trouble. And you don't do that when people are looking for you, man. That's just not smart. And
everyone knew that they were looking for him because he posted just days earlier there was warrants out for specifically emailing the judge. So they told him, so he did get very vocal, like you said, about that. Even when he talked to you, the thing is that he was getting, and there was text messages posted if they're unaltered, it was like between him and, police chief or whoever it might be about different things. And so there's communication back and forth, and they're telling him, hey, you got warrants and stuff like that. And he's just still out and about. So everyone knew, they knew where he was, or people were like, oh, he's right here, caused a little bit of an issue. And now who knows what happens? Who knows if he, goes back, bring him back to Georgia, and he gets, able to make a bail or anything there, or if they're just going to hold him to a specific court date. This is a whole different thing than the hit network, than all these other issues that have been talked about. Like, he was not happy with the judge or the situation and then attacked them. So now it's that's something completely separate. So not only does he have to deal with that, what they say, just the harassment on the judges or whatever it is could face up to 3 years. So that's just one thing. There's still other stuff, I'm sure, criminally that could come up from the businesses and different dealings.
All right, so here's something that I actually want to be able to touch on. And guys, I'm so sorry if I make jokes about this. It's I don't know how else to live life but to have fun. If I ever go to jail, please make fun of me. I'm just gonna put that out there. Have fun with it, at least a little bit.
I'm sure we will. Trust me.
Honestly, it'd probably be pretty funny, because if you were to get arrested, it would have been for something like completely silly and ridiculous, like a prank at the wrong place or something. It wouldn't be that you actually did something wrong or scammy or illegal. It would have been like
a reason why you should make fun of it.
No, that's why we will definitely. You didn't have to tell us. We'll do you that service. No problem.
Good. But
take a man arrested for giving hug to stranger on street. Like that's what I could see happening.
Yeah, that's
like
gonna be
the wrong person, because you're like, I thought that was. My bad, guys.
Be like in Singapore, or one of those countries.
At East Denver, I walked up to somebody. I was like, "Bro, you're not so and so?" And I was like, "I thought you were." All right, so here's the deal. I thought you were so and so. You looked exactly like him. You guys should find each other on X and become friends. But give me a hug. You're awesome. I'll see you later. That was literally a hug twice with two different people. So I can see that happening. But here's what a comment came through. Remember years ago, getting in crypto, found his channel, but watched a couple days couldn't stand him. That's okay. But still, the fact that you found him and you came across it, Ben brought so many people to the space. I know he's gone a little crazy, as far as to say oh, Wendy is this and she's only some, people only know her because of me. Altcoin Daily, they only are anybody because of me. When you get to the point where you think you're making history and making the difference in people's lives by platforming them, and people wouldn't exist or have anything without you, you should just quit, dude. That's not a good place to be at. So shout out to you, Ben. Thank you for all of the adoption that you've brought onto the space. You've done more than most people, but at the same time, there's a line that you just need to say, okay, where does ego need to fall off? And I need to humble myself. Is that jail? Potentially. And Scott is going to continue to try not to laugh at the things that I say. But I mean, hilarious would it be though, Scott, if we tune in, let's say Monday of next week, and this guy is riding around as usual and posts yo, judge is now arrested. They're now in trouble. The truth has come out, and I was right. How hilarious would that be?
I mean, it would just be another lap on the roller coaster, right now the part where it makes the noise and you're going up, that's sort of where we're at right now. And then the next big thing will be and you won't believe it. And, you'll get your thrill for a few seconds and then something else crazy will happen, I guess.
Wild, man. So wild.
But you said something about with the ego and, oh, I brought this person up or whatever. It's funny because this crypto has been around, the space has been around 15 years or something, you know what I mean? Roughly. Think about how big, most of the bigger influencers, the top ones, have all kind of come up around the same time. There isn't I don't view anybody that made somebody else, there's been different relationships and people have worked with each other and helped each other along the way. But, you know, there's a lot of that stuff. So I'll be honest. I think a lot of it's timing, you know?
I agree.
A lot of it is timing. So, but we're here now. So it's time for us to make some money and see Bitcoin hopefully go up. Everyone started getting excited when it was like at 88 and like we're back, and now we're at like 86 and change. Like until it hits 100K, we're not back.
Yeah,
no, I feel you there.
No, but when we do quote unquote come back, it's gonna be a ride. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, altcoins gonna ride right to zero. I mean, look at every. I know. I don't wish altcoins anything bad, but anytime Bitcoin just takes a little bit of a retracement, alts are just like, and just, you know, it's over. It's just like womp, and some of them are at the lowest they've been, and I don't know. I think Bitcoin, like, we need some serious like movement in Bitcoin, like 120,000 or more, and positive news in the general market.
We'll start buying, bro.
Yeah, if I could push this from 85 to 120, oh man, I'm in the. Yeah, we should be doing this from like my own island, you know. Like,
why aren't we doing that yet? What's going on?
I agree.
There's a waiting list for islands, and I'm apparently not up in the. I'm too far down in the queue. I'm not close to the top of that list. So,
man, all right. Something that I did promise on the title that I'll talk about is like things that are profitable to mine right now. So I just pulled up what to mine, and I pulled up tokens. Right, like I'm not going into ASICs or anything. I want to go GPU. Who's on top of the list, Scott? Can you guess?
For mining?
Yeah, GPU.
Oh.
GPU mining.
Oh, should I just say
don't look it up?
No, I'm not looking it up. I'm moving my cables. Don't look it up. How am I looking something up like this?
Put your hands up.
Cheater. All right, guess.
What are you looking at?
I'm not looking at anything. Look
at this. Look at this. You got a fan over here going Flux. Is it Flux?
Let's hope so.
It's not Flux.
Damn.
Is it Cadena?
No, that hasn't been profitable GPU in a while.
I was like,
that's why I said mining at first, because I was like, are you going to throw me a curveball here? All right,
no,
who's the
curveball? It's a good one. Just the ball.
GPU. I don't know.
American Eagle. It is not American Eagle.
Oh no! You gonna tell us? Don't even. Are you serious?
Yeah,
no
bro.
Way.
Wow. You know what? I didn't even think. I didn't even think that they're so on my radar that overlook the obvious.
Yeah, dude. Like
that's actually that's good to know.
See if I have any Quai money to give out. What's Quai, Scott, by the way?
Oh man. So
I'm gonna look for the money while you say something.
Yeah. Well, I say something, you're like, all right. Well, I could tell you one thing that I will say that I joked about for a bit about Quai is because we all got in early off some miners. I forget what age it was. They went by, might be like Iron Age or one of them. And we were not sure really when mainnet was coming. Oh, look at this.
This is free money, guys.
There you go. Hold it there for a second. Oh, stop. No. Yeah, maybe that's clear. Let me try.
Yeah, we can give it a shot real quick.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Oh, you ruined it.
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
it at least worked once.
That's so
you're
good.
So what we're babbling about is those were that was some free tokens from Quai. You can get onboarded and see what's up.
So that we don't give it out twice.
It's a good idea. Those were given out at ETH Denver by the team. One thing I thought that was really awesome was most of them are from Austin. There's a good amount of people currently are from Austin. So being that I'm only a couple hours away, at some point, I would love to do meet up with them in person and, maybe do some in-person interviews or BS a little bit more coming up. But they were out at ETH Denver in full force. They had a big booth. They had the whole team out there. And now I'm paying a lot more attention. And yeah, my Twitter feed's going crazy, and it's also with some meme coins as well too. So,
yeah. So real quick thing, I know that Austin is nearby to you. Does that mean that you're going to be going out there to check out some driving styles? Come on, share. There you go.
So interesting enough about Tesla there. Was it during? Might have been Consensus. I think it was during Consensus. We tried to drive by the plant or whatever, and they got like security gates all around where they're like, you can't come here. Not open to the public right now.
I might have gotten a little tour. My Uber driver, awesome. Yeah, my Uber driver was an engineer at Tesla.
What?
Yeah.
And he's a part-time stripper, and he does hair.
Basically. Well, he was like, nah, we're there. He was getting like go that week. Like he knew it was coming too.
Right.
So those are what? Those are cab Teslas basically coming, all automated in Austin,
Robotaxi, dude. Yeah. So basically, just like Waymo has been doing for a while in a few places, Tesla is now getting it started in Austin.
I believe the first time I saw one of the self-driving cars was in, I think it was like San Francisco or something like that. It was really weird.
It's hard because they have to dodge a lot of poop over there.
And all those little
short people at the dwarf.
They don't even drive in that area. They're just like on their systems. It's banned. Have you guys ever been in a fully automated car, like as a passenger?
What do you mean? Like my car? Like the car drive. My car does the same thing. I just have to be behind the wheel though.
Yeah. So you fully.
I mean, he owns a Tesla, so that helps.
Yeah.
But I've never been in like any of these automated taxis, for example, because I know there was some even overseas they were doing. I think in Singapore. They were testing, but I don't know. It seemed like the way the roads are in a lot of like Asian countries that we've been to for events are insane. Just like roads in South America, like when I've been in Argentina and Brazil, are pretty crazy. So the thought of automated vehicles, and they don't use lanes. Like I remember when I was in Buenos Aires, they just don't use lanes.
I mean, they do. It gives you an idea of how many cars can fit on the road. That's what they're for. They're guidelines.
They could fit twice as many. There's a circle that's got 4 lanes around it, and people just try to drive right through it. It's just like it's insane. So yeah, I don't know how that would work, but I've never been in any of them, the automated stuff. So, but I could see Austin with the factory there, perfect place to do it. I'm sure they got that city on lockdown. But it would be cool to also go down there and do some other driving. A friend of mine has a rally school and track. So going to Austin's pretty awesome. Okay. Go out and get a lesson on the rally cars and then do some other stuff. So that's overdue.
Can if I drive my car there, can we rent a Turo, a Cybertruck to take it on the rally track?
I'd have to ask my buddies what they would let on it, but they have vehicles that you could drive because they got a school.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
We like pushing boundaries over here. But yeah, going back to the conversation about miners, dude, like 2 things. First, Kwai, doing awesome. Really like those guys. Secondly, Miggy's headed to Mining Disrupt right now, and hopefully he gets there before the end of the show so that he can come live with us and show you guys around what's happening at the conference.
Nice.
Awesome. Nice.
Now, something I want to ask you, Scott. DePIN, all the buzz, not necessarily all over the world, but definitely on my channel and the people that I get to hang with. What does AI have to do with DePIN?
First, can we acknowledge one thing about DePIN?
What's that?
The word DePIN.
Oh, that it's mostly vaporware? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
That the word DePIN just came out of thin air about 1 year ago exactly. About 13 months ago, I believe. Look back. Before, like, literally overnight.
I'm asking Grok right now.
Yeah, yes. Literally overnight, DePIN became popular. Like, no one was actually acknowledging it, saying it, using it, and then everything became DePIN. And as far as AI and DePIN, if you look at, Flux, for example, Flux is working on AI. There's lots of people who want decentralized infrastructure to, and want that compute power that you need to run AI and stuff. Now, speaking about Tesla, and you just said Grok as well, isn't it in Austin where they're building out like one of the largest
the largest
I don't know if it's proper to call it network center anymore or anything like that, but it's just the best video cards. I forget how many 100,000 plus or whatever it is. It's ridiculous. You probably Grok and it'll tell you. But isn't that all the compute power essentially that they're using for a lot of different things? They're using it. So now having it decentralized and being able to do that with DePIN all over the world, to harness that power, put it actually back in our hands where we could generate profit from it or use it in exchange for compute power as well. I think it makes it more accessible for people to use AI and to develop with it or, expand on what we're already doing.
Agreed. Now that data center, we're talking about 600 megawatts, which is kind of a lot.
Like a normal like a Bitcoin or like a big Bitcoin facility is running on 1 to 3.
Yes.
And that's like 3. I want to say you probably get like 1,000 plus ASICs. Because not at this mining strip, the one I went before, there was a 3 megawatt container that did like 1,200 ASICs for Bitcoin, and I forget if those weren't air cooled. But anyways,
I just want to say that you're wrong, Scott.
I'm always wrong.
Am I sharing my screen still? Let me screen share here. Do my tab.
Am I wrong about what?
Oh, did you want to? I have mine up as well.
Here, look. This video with Greg from Akash was 2 years ago, and I was already talking DePIN then.
Did you use the word?
See what I'm sharing.
I did.
The word? Okay, maybe it's 2 years ago. 2 years now because we've been stuck in a cycle for a bit. But then it came out like people started using it out of nowhere. About around January.
I don't know where. Toki.
No, 2 years ago then.
That screen, bro. You gotta either zoom in.
I see.
I did zoom in.
It says concepts started gaining traction around 21, 22 as projects in Web3 began to bridge decentralized. Where is it? If you're looking for a precise moment, scroll down.
Yeah,
cutting edge. Think of it as a buzzword that crystallized over time. By mid, scroll down. No, scroll down. It's like when the word yo was created versus when people realized it was being used. Like somebody used it in fucking one part of my language, but it's probably credited to like 92. Look, by mid 2023, and we're at the beginning of 2025, so I've been 2024. So I'll say 2 years. I'm off. I totally missed last year, whatever happened last year, probably because I was trading meme coins. I was in the trenches for a year. I don't realize.
You know what? I give full credence to that one.
I came out. I'm like, oh, I'll disheveled from meme coin trading, and it's cooled off for a minute. I'm like, well, let me get my gears in order here and see what's up. And I'm like, oh, so I actually started hearing or seeing it come up in Twitter, in my opinion, overnight. It would have been 2 years ago. So that would have been the beginning, like January, February 2023. So then that would line up by mid 2023 being used. I guess technically somebody coined the word or will take credit for it in 2019. But you can't tell me back in 2020, 21, or 22 that it was in the conversation.
Action might be able to.
Yeah.
But potentially. So.
I could probably, if I had my Telegram account, I could probably search for the word DePIN through everything.
That would be amazing.
2 or 3 years and probably nothing in there until recently.
Telegram. This is one of those instances where you could actually help out society. You know?
I know. You know what? By the time, if I ever get it back, my new account will already be back in order. Maybe. I just had a message from John Hook because I was like, oh shoot, I was trying to get in contact to say what's up to him. I'm like, that's right. Telegram. So I just saw that he messaged. I got to hit him back. But no, yeah, I think at Token, that's another thing. I'm hoping Telegram is speaking again. I'm hoping he comes back, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to try to leverage, if we get some media passes, to be right next to the stage, to be like, psst, I need you to message support, volunteer support. Tell them, here's a picture of us, to give me my account. Come on. So
I feel like if you did that, if you took a picture next to him and then sent that to support, and you're like, even he says to give me my account back.
Make
Come on,
him
guys.
do like what some of these services do, like hold a sign with the date, and he puts his name and says give account back, and then my account, and he's like next to the stage, and we're posted. That would be awesome. But no, I'm making do because I have to.
Should we build in public? That's the other question that I had for you, Scott.
Should we build in public?
Yeah, you keep getting like highlighted as like.
That's because
so weird.
Because I'm a true G. I don't know. I mean, there's
Why
certain
does it
things.
look so weird? Anyway,
Building in public. Don't do in public.
We need to schedule a call with Chris.
Let's put him on the spot. Send him a link.
Yeah, Chris, you jump on stream. Let's see. Let's build in public here. Here, I'll give you the direct link to.
Yeah, send the link to the chat, and I
want to see if he would actually come on.
If somebody from there wants to come on and say something about Kwai, then let's go. Let's get the conversation going. Yeah. We like to have, if you're watching, we like to have some fun here, and Dan came on just totally random last week. He was watching, sent him a link, he came on. But no, it's about, look, the space has a lot of, I'll say a lot of lows. There's some ups to it. But you gotta make the best of it. You need to be having fun in what you're doing. And if you're surrounded by real ones like these two here on stream, and like people over at Kwai and lots of other people we know, you learn a lot, you get involved with really great projects, and you have fun along the way. And I think doing a stream like this is good to try to keep the atmosphere light, as well as get some alpha and get plugged in and be able to, ask some questions and feel like you have a place where, you're not, excluded.
Yeah, I know for sure. We Scott's very open. If you know what I'm like.
If only we were streaming a few minutes before when we were talking.
Oh man! So I will say this: like, what I can guarantee you guys is that you never know what to expect with the stream. Like, we might have some random stuff come up, and I love that because that keeps people coming back. That keeps people excited to see what's next, right? Like, great, you're gonna talk about X, Y, and Z. Hello, we're gonna go over the price of Bitcoin today. Let me take a look at the charts. This is where we're at. This is where the resistance is. This is where I would buy. This is where I would sell. Like, forget that, dude. Like, that's so stinking boring. I mean, yeah, you can get that anywhere. You can literally do a Grok search and figure out what people are saying without having to go through anybody's TA. But instead, we want to have fun. We want to make sure that people are actually having a good time and actually enjoying the space. Because it's one thing to make money. Believe me, like, I love making money as much as the next person. It all boils down what to do with it, right? So what I'm doing with the money is...
yeah, I'm tripping it. No.
Well, yeah. Number goes up, never comes down. Dude, I was just telling like somebody about that. What was it? From 300,000 to 60,000. Some of those bags. Yeah. I love it.
I call it playing it safe, but it's really been stupid because there's some stuff that from this time last year that we were at really like pretty good highs on some altcoins for the cycle. And then now they're in the gutter. It could have just, should have known better. But every time I start trading, I sell and it just keeps going higher. So I decided to just keep DCAing at the low points. And hopefully we'll get to that point in the cycle that things are just, noticeably ripping. But to me, like I said, I don't think we're going to be, I won't call us back until we're like 100K Bitcoin or more.
Do you think we're creeping back? Do you think we're on the way back?
Yes, I don't know, maybe a couple more weeks here. By the time we get to May, I feel like we really need to be at 100K plus.
Or what happens?
Your guess is as good as mine, because
it kind of feels like it kind of feels like everything could drop out.
Are you
especially on the
saying
altcoin
that
side?
There's bigger issues at play here that, in my opinion, to be honest, could, I don't want to say derail the cycle, but could definitely change this cycle. Everyone's talked throughout the whole bear market. I hate saying it about, oh, we're gonna, when the bull comes, we're gonna go parabolic. Everything's gonna hit all-time highs. Blah blah blah. Like, I don't think everything's gonna hit all-time highs again. I'm sorry, and like we've been saying, I think things are going to switch more to stuff that is showing revenue based as opposed to speculation. And at any moment, things said politically can swing things as well. And the economy is just so tied to the crypto market now that I don't know. I think that we're going to see if we don't really start moving by May, summers are notoriously kind of boring. Then the only hope would be what? We get some crazy parabolic movement for like 3 months in the fall.
I guess for this summer, because I'm seeing a lot more people kind of wanting to push away from certain aspects of crypto, I'm almost interested to see if there's going to be more money spent on like when we come and we look at like the different seasonal time periods. Summer is notoriously slow because more people are spending money on vacations than they are on crypto. Now, with that in mind, we're also seeing an increase in the amount of specific crypto functions happening during that time period as well. But they're also a lot larger institutionally. There's a lot more investors coming around. There's a lot more investor meetups. So it's hard to say how much of it's going to decrease, but I think comparatively, where in the winter time we can kind of see some uptrend, I think we're just going to see a weird downtrend. And if we don't get any kind of traction in the next, like, let's say like 4 to 5 weeks, it's going to downtrend heavy during the summer.
So you think we're done?
No, I don't think we're done. I just think that we're going to retrace for a little until we get to fall time period.
Overall, the clear winners, like the clear, like big ones, Bitcoin and your bigger caps that, are getting some attention by the government or whatnot. I think, I think they'll just sort of kind of take shape of like the stock market, just sort of follow the economy. Might not have as much volatility. I think that's what's going to end up coming, in the next couple of years as well. So I hope a bunch of things shoot up, but I have conviction plays and things, and also in Bitcoin, and I'm not investing more than I could afford to like lose, or stuff that I need to like. I'm not saying, okay, let me put X amount in because in 3 months from now, I'm going to need money to pay a mortgage or whatever, and I'll be able to sell. Like I'm not doing that. If I'm putting it in, it's a longer play. So I'm willing to weather the storm if there's another one that's coming. So.
All right, I got a quick question here as far as AI crypto, but before I share that with everybody, let me just put out there that Chris failed us. Just putting it out there. He wimped out, said can't join the stream. So
that's good.
Yeah. So next time I invite somebody out to do something, make sure you say yes. Otherwise, it gets shared online live.
All right, that's it. Who else can we put on the spot that might be out there?
Well, what is the best AI crypto? A
nice profile photo. And then that's going to be clipped and put out as a short right there.
Love it.
What's the best AI crypto? Oh man,
yeah, you have any conviction plays around AI? That's a real question right there.
Flux. I mean, I don't want to say it's like an AI play, but it's probably the closest that I have. I wonder. I'm not holding any AI agents or any AI type of meme coins at the moment either.
Wait,
so
Action, you're holding Hash AI, right?
Yeah, I'm holding a lot of hash.
Yeah,
like a lot of hash.
What about your thought points on that one? Because even I'm actually holding some. Damn.
Hey, teach your own. I don't think so. I think Flux is definitely more on a longer term play. They're building. they're actively building and putting stuff out and showing up. So we'll see how the route goes here coming up.
I guess you got to say that you got to just conceal, don't feel like you just don't let them know. Okay, so Tokyo.
But you have Hash AI. So you have Hash AI. And what else is there?
He knows exactly what I just said. Did that go over your head, Scott?
I didn't hear half of it, and I know that you're always joking, so I just continue to move on like you didn't say anything. I just keep moving on. I'm like, Action's saying something. I'm like, oh, let me just keep going.
You need to conceal. Don't feel. Don't let them know.
Oh, okay.
Well, now they know. Bro, just let it go. Just let it go.
I see. Hold on a second. Scott doesn't want Dizzy. All right, back on topic. That's it.
Oh, look, we got Ray over here going Ether, Tars AI.
Oh, and also Ray would have done this call. Wait,
Ray, I'm sending you a link right now.
I was gonna say if we don't have anybody at Mining Disrupt, then we could send a link right now. But no, Action, you're actively holding some AI plays. Yeah. What's your conviction play, or is there anything that's on your radar? Because from the comments and questions.
So for me, AI plays has to do with infrastructure, right? Like it's part of what you were talking about before. It's the value over hype, and value is going to last and hype is going to come and go. I have for sure made money with hype, and that happens all the time. But long term, that's way, way harder for you to count on. So like, your infrastructure plays is for me what's going to make the most sense. Yes, I got a lot of Hash AI for sure. But there are other things out there. Hash AI is specifically mining things for other people, right? They have your L9s, which shout out to the L9s because where are they at? Let me see here. I had this open. No. Miner right there. Share this tab instead. Yeah, I mean Litecoin is kicking butt right now. As far as it's the most profitable miner as of today. So like you got Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Bells. So script miners are doing pretty well. Those guys have a bunch of those. Again, Bitcoin is right below it. But then what Blue was talking about over here, we got that AE box. And Ice River also came out with their own, which is doing pretty decent, man. Like this is, ZK Snark algorithm is pretty profitable, and nobody thought it was going to be for the longest time. So this is a pretty big win for the mining space. And when I said on my thumbnail, the legality of things like legal mining, we had the Trump administration come out and actually say that proof of work tokens are not securities. That's huge. Like that's a big play. And I know I'm kind of running things up here. And the reason I'm doing that is because a big, it's not necessarily proof of work, but proof of economic activity, which also uses a miner, is Conduit. That's one of my biggest conviction plays when it comes to the AI space in general, just because of the security behind it. And I had a call with those guys yesterday, and they're implementing something really freaking cool that I'm not allowed to share yet.
That's the miner that was like really sexy looking, right?
Yes.
The stackable.
Yes.
Oh man,
you got a very sexy miner.
Yeah, you got to pull up a photo of that.
We should probably say that differently.
What? That's. I think that
you can't say that. He didn't hear it. Let's not repeat it.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I have to go back and
nope. Yeah, we'll clip it. Don't worry.
Please don't. Please don't.
All right, so this is what it is right here. That's the Conduit. No, we will clip it. It will happen. That's the Conduit core right now. It is sold out right now. I can get you guys a discount link for this one. Just use code ACTION, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Just use the ACTION. And I don't care about making money off of this. I just need to beat Rogue Evolution as far as referrals go.
Is there some better photos of it than behind the sold out?
These.
They are actually pretty amazing.
They're making an announcement very shortly about a delay. I am a little sad about that because of the tariffs. A lot of the distribution of parts and things have gotten backed up. They're only looking at 30 days though. So what they did, they basically rolled up their sleeves and said, you know what, we're gonna bring as much of this stateside as possible. So like they were getting ready to do injection molds and all this stuff, and they said, you know what, forget it, we're gonna actually do our own manufacturing of the cases and everything. Yeah, so Sonny is like, he literally built a printing farm to take care of these things. It's wild. Sonny's the man, dude. So yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about them as well. Like they don't care what's going on around the world. They're
just gonna do it.
Like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah. So as far as like the most bullish thing, I am when it comes to AI is going to be these guys here. The Node 0 licenses are still available. I've been begging them to bring back the Conduit core unit to open for pre-sale, because what they're doing, they're getting an MOQ. How much can I say?
Honestly, I'm not sure that you can say too much.
I was gonna say, let's see who starts yelling in the chat. Like, shh, like one of those at you. So far, it's all right.
If you brought Brandon into here, I would be perfectly okay, because then he could just tell you, Action, shut up.
Wait.
But without
send
him,
a link.
Send him a link. What do you mean? Send him a link.
That's the thing. It's
I'm
like
sure
you start talking about somebody like, hey, are they up? Are they online? Hey, come join the conversation.
So I will say this. So essentially, like what you want to do, and this goes into how miners work in the first place. For them to lower the cost of the miners for production, essentially, they need to get a large MOQ, right? So let's say they need 1,000 MOQ. So that's a lot of money, right? You're talking about $4 million essentially for MOQ of 1,000 of these units. But it allows them to lower the cost of manufacturing and speed things up as well. I will say that once they do open it back up, I asked them to set it up as the MOQ, because I think that's the best way to get things done. And they were like, but we're going to get really close to the MOQ like as we launch, because we already have batches of pre-orders. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, people are coming to us directly and saying we want to buy 20, 50, 100. So let's say it's 1,000. When it goes live on a site, it might say 1,000 for like a few minutes, and then it's just going to go bloop. And a bunch of them are going to go away because people are already, buying large batches in the background. But yeah, it's coming. It's coming. For sure, it's coming.
Turkey.
Yeah, they're laughing at you.
Behave.
By the way.
I was just.
Are you in the? We're in the Telegram chat's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's why I was
like. I want to dig this hole deeper, no pun intended, to go with miners.
You guys are, this is going to be hard. We're going to start taking people off screen so that we can actually manage to talk without just laughing.
No, it's just like hey, look, we're having fun, right? That's the main thing. There's priceless shorts that could come out of every stream, and they tend to people are more educated about traveling.
Talking about taking shorts, bro, chill.
Yeah, the shorts are going to be great that come out. Like you learn about regional areas like San Francisco. You learn about all sorts of things. Sexy miners
right over his head again.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
I know.
At least we got speech crying. That's what matters. All right, real quick, let's talk about this one. How you heard of Leo that mining profits seem too good to be true? Gold Shell is making their ASICs.
That was the one that was just on the chart. It's actually doing
this
quite
happens
well.
all the time.
Yeah.
So Gold Shell is awesome at coming out with a miner that does really well before Bitmain comes out with those miners, right? Like this is just a standard play. And then Bitmain comes out with something that just knocks them out of the water and they can't compete. Like that's been the time and time again what we've seen from those guys. I mean, my KD5 is a perfect example of that. It's a paperweight as soon as, Bitmain decided to come out with their own Cadena miners. it's just how it works. Did I make money? Yeah, I made some money, but like for a short period of time. That's what it is. So getting in early is definitely like the play when it comes to mining. Trying to get Toki here to jump on board with all the mining, crypto mining aspect of things, because it is worthwhile as long as you're able to get in early. All right, so Ray from Gilder is slacking. Sent him the link. Still hasn't showed up. Yeah, thank you, Snooze, for clarifying that. Yeah, we're not taking shorts off of any.
Oh God, no, just stop. This is wrong.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I know, right? This is exactly why we can't have nice things. And by the way, we're going to be sending out our deck to all those great projects that want to get involved with this stream.
I mean, I guess we can say that we're pretty good at keeping people's attention for a short period of time. But yeah, we need those curveballs. Toki, you should text Miggy, see where he's at, because I definitely wanted to show them what's going on. If we bother him from multiple angles, we might be able to get a hold of him.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm not sure how much time we have, because I know there's Genzio's got a lot going on. We got spaces coming up, so hopefully he could click in and
like I want to get in here like before.
Yeah, and run through mining disrupt.
Oh, we got a space happening right after this one, so we are bound by time. Prism space still happening, Toki?
Yes.
You sound like Michael Scott. Yes.
It was one of those moments where I was like, I remembered something, and then I remembered another thing, and then I remembered another thing, and then I was like, it is good.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff going on here, and the man, the legend.
Look at that.
He made it. That's awesome.
We can't hear him, but he made it. Your audio's not coming through. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Click on the little. Let me see your mic settings. Oh, I can't edit the mic source. Hey, everybody, meet Ray. I heard something go, but then it went away.
Now is it working?
Oh,
perfect. Yes.
Gotcha.
It said default AirPods, but I had to switch to AirPods. This is my second time using this app, so I'm a little handicapped.
I mean, Scott takes care of those people very, very well, especially in San Francisco.
Is that considered handicap?
I don't know. Do you consider?
I don't know.
Or disability?
Well, I don't. When you don't know how to use something, I have a disability when it comes to using this streaming thing, StreamYard.
So, Ray, how long have you played the piano for?
The 30 seconds before I picked this wallpaper. So that's how long I played the piano.
Oh,
I actually play the saxophone, which is less cool. So
I love the saxophone. That's way cool. Jazz is amazing.
Yeah, I don't play that much anymore. But yeah, I don't have like a saxophone. Like it would be just like one little thing on the wall. You've got like an entire studio that's real of guitars and all of that stuff. So that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Here is a photo of Ray live on stage, guys. I want to make sure that you guys don't miss this one. Exclusive shot of Ray on stage.
At least it's Parks and Rec as opposed to like like a David Sanborn on Saturday Night Live from 1992. That would have been your other grab that you would have gone for. And if it was like, who the hell is David Sanborn?
We got one more person on the stream. Hang on. Miggy, you're muted. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hey, can you hear me? It's a little loud because I'm on the stage.
You look and sound like a potato.
Oh, yeah, it's because the headphones.
No,
I don't know about you.
Your speed is terrible, so the upload speed is probably really bad over there. You probably got a ton of people around you.
Oh, yeah, look, check it out. Let me turn it around if I can. Let's see.
Turn around.
It didn't work.
No, it didn't. Don't worry, Ray. You're not the only one who can't.
I'm not a tech person, but that didn't
Yeah, I
work.
got it.
Cool.
So yeah, so it's packed out, man. They got the stage set up over there with the keynotes. Bitmain's here. I don't know what TikTok is, but they got a nice little setup. Intel Alpha Prime. A lot of the OGs here are too floating around.
People miss out the
Just
fact
there.
there's so much money in mining, dude. Like when they go put this stuff together, they go all out. Did you see the Terra guys? You see Hawk over there with his he brought out a Cybertruck for his booth.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be going over there to do an interview with them. So we're gonna be hanging on these booths, getting interviews with all these people. We have a private dinner with Non that we got invited to tonight, and then Max mentioned party. They're doing big out here, man. These guys, they're not broke, you know.
No, they're not broke. That's all I heard, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. That's gonna be that'll be the
Here's
tagline for the wrap on this video. They ain't broke.
Because look what they do. They do industry mining. I mean, look at the stuff that they're selling and promoting. Oh, there's the Terra truck.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, nice.
That's wrapped. Yeah, nice.
Who's at the booth? Who's at the booth?
It's Digital 1 and Digital
Yo,
2.
what's up? I'm streaming live with C Action and Token Damn Show.
Oh my
What's
God,
up,
it is
guys? Yeah, I'm going. We'll be back to get interviews and stuff with y'all. We're just kind of walking around, but yeah, check it out, dude. It's badass here. Like, this is one of the best events that I've had a chance to come to, and it's I mean, it's intimate. It's not exactly small, but it's the same people, you know, that we see last year. And look at man, like.
All right, you sound like a potato, Miggy. We're gonna try to get some video from you and maybe get you to report on stuff. Maybe Friday. Yeah, it is Wednesday, so Friday. But that's awesome, dude. I was thinking, Scott, like if we put Tony and Hawk in the same room, can you imagine like the delicious pasta that would come out of it? It would just be pouring Italian.
Both, Hawk.
If you
restaurant?
put Tony and Hawk in the same room, they just
Tony Hawk, the
everywhere.
skateboarding. Yeah.
I would pick up on that. He's been a little slow today.
No,
I'm not sure.
Everything that you say, everything you say has like 3 different meanings to it. So his
analogy choices are very interesting.
Yeah, so I just picked.
He's super Italian. Then you got Hawk from Terra. He's super Italian. I mean, his parents
has a restaurant,
have an Italian restaurant.
Yo, the restaurant's amazing too. It's really, really good. Yeah, so I just take one of the things you say in your, 3 different directions, and I just go with that and just tune out the other ones. It's safer that way most of the time.
Ray, we don't have you for a lot of time because we got to go to this. But give us your take on this whole thing. Like, I know that you're huge in gaming.
The mining I think is very cool, and I do need to go to a mining event. I think it's a subculture people forget exists. Like Bitcoin is, they hear about prices and all that, and they don't know what's going on behind. I think the halving time frame is when people talk about and think about miners a lot, and then they forget about them. But I think they're the wheels that make the whole thing turn, and so I need to learn more about it because I looked at rigs, and it is the kind of thing where you could start off small or then spend a fortune. You really have to know what you're doing. And the proof of work, there are a couple other chains that are doing, I think even that Cardano's doing something with like proof of work and Bitcoin. They're going to do something with it. I know that I think the Internet Computer had some kind of proof of work thing they were doing. So I know there's interest in trying to leverage that or cross the stream between staking, proof of stake and proof of work. And there's different philosophies behind each in terms of what's pure. That's all I have to say on that. Yeah, I like gaming and anime too. I feel like I'm getting like 10 seconds before you give me that hook off stage. I don't know what I should say as I walk off camera. It's been great to be here. It's the Tonight Show. I got my 3.5 minutes to stand up, and now I have to get the hell out of here.
It's like, all right, we're out of time, Damon.
You don't have to go, but you can't stay here.
I don't know if you two have checked it out yet, but if you guys actually go to Gilder, it is a lot of fun. It's a really good platform they're building. It's on Aptos, Sui. Movement Labs is coming
Yeah, it's
alive.
live now. Movement is actually live now.
Nice. Okay, so Movement's live as well, and the leaderboards are always a fun time. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I know that we've had our
Right.
talks about it recently, right?
Yeah,
But
there is a thing going on. I'm big on full disclosure. It's like a family meeting, but we do have a bot, point farmer on the Aptos version, and he or she has been prolific in mining points, and frustrating the people that are following the process to earn their points, and this person is lapping. So if you're listening, we did change the rules on how that's going to work.
and I'm coming for my first place spot.
Exactly. Well, we have to figure out what to do that, because this guy has like 1,600 points that he's acquired in like a couple of days. So it's great for the body count on the platform because it's exploding. But I actually have a Slack channel that shows me every time every transaction that's happening on all 3 versions, I get a thing. So it's like going beep 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 like crazy, and it's just counting down before
body count.
Body count, yeah.
Body, yeah.
Is
okay,
that too much of a Vietnam
that's
kind of? Yeah, it's a body count.
It means something else now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ray.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
No.
I felt a user count is going up.
Oh man! All right. So last thing, Miggy, can you still hear us, Miggy? Miggy Crypto, Miggy. How do you say that again?
He's muted.
Miggy Crypto.
What do you say? This is Miggy from Miggy Crypto. Like, what's your tagline
I
again?
said Miggy Crypto X.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Gensio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a hive.
Even though we do not understand. Ladies and gentlemen.
We're back at the Gensio Media House.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.